Hello and welcome to the Girl That Went For It podcast. I'm your host, Johanna Scholz, also known as Johanna Liana on Instagram, and author of Believe in Life, How to Dance in the Rain. Feel free to follow me on Instagram, Johanna_Liana, for daily content. And now enjoy this episode. The perfect day. Let me ask you the question. When was the last time you lived your definition of a perfect day? That's what I want to talk about today, because I had this idea or like this thought the other day. I was like, I should make time for another perfect day. Like, you know how sometimes you get at the end of the day and you're like, oh my gosh, this was definitely the definition of a perfect day. Often that happens after we lived the day. But what if we would make time for more perfect days, if we would consciously choose to live a perfect day? Before I dive into this episode, I want to share a feedback that I received, which means the world to me. And this is from Jada, who started the Mindset Code. The Mindset Code is a combination of two of my best-selling online courses together in one. So you have the ultimate code to crack your mindset. And she wrote the following. Good morning, Johanna. I wanted to write this message for a while now, but thought I'd, in quotation mark, finish the Mindset Code first. In saying that, I don't think I'll ever finish it, as there's so much value in this course that I'll always go back for a refresh. Now a bit about my journey. In 2022, I decided to take a job offer that sounded really good, and I knew it would make my family proud. And I enjoyed it first too. But soon I realized it's not really the right one for me. Long story short, I was overthinking what people think if I quit. I was thinking that my parents would be disappointed, but thanks to your course, I realized that these were just thoughts and not facts. So I found the courage and talked to my parents about it. Told them how this job didn't align with what I wanted in life, that I feel stuck in something that's not for me. And you know what? They were so supportive. My mum even sat down with me to write a list where I see myself. Love her. This meant so much to me. But the reason why I'm sharing this is because of your course. I realized so many lies that I told myself and made my reality. All these thoughts that I had to question whether they are true or just a thought, thanks to you. I now feel so much better and know that I'm creating my world and possibilities and opportunities through my beliefs and thoughts. Thanks for all the exercises you share and everything you share with us. 1,000 stars review from me, hugs, Jada. That like messages like these just make my day, my week, my year, because I put so much work, knowledge into my online course, The Mindset Code, and I know that it can change your reality, because the truth is our thoughts create our reality. And sometimes it's really hard to see through this or realize it's just a thought that I had and it's not a fact. And that's how then our reality is created. So if you want to change something in your life, if you feel like you're not 100% living the life you want to live, the life that's meant for you, that something's holding you back, like for example Jada was stuck in a job that she didn't like and she was kind of scared of quitting because she was overthinking what other people think and so on and so forth. If that's you with anything in your life and you feel like you're a bit stuck, or you feel like you want to change something but you don't know how and you don't know where to start, then the Mindset Code is for you. I will tag it below in the show notes so you can have a look. I would love to hear from you if you're joining. I will see it pop up on my screen anyway, so I hope that I can connect with you and hear your journey. Let's dive into today's topic, the perfect day. Like I said, often we get at the end of the day and we're like, oh my gosh, this was such a perfect day. I feel so happy. And what if we consciously would choose more days like these? What if we would consciously make time for our definition of perfect day? And our definition of perfect day is different to anyone. And today I just want to talk a little bit about how you can make your perfect day happen. You deserve so many perfect days. I know sometimes life gets busy and we are so in our focus mode. I actually shared an episode the other day about seasons in life and how you can also work on what kind of person you want to be in every season of your life. And I had a season where I was really, really busy And then I realized I want to change the season. I want to live more in flow. I want to live more relaxed and not in the hustle culture. But that can only happen if you really take a step back and reflect on it. And I also realized the other day, I want to live more perfect days. I always make sure that I do at least one thing a day that gives me joy, fills up my cup. But what if we would make time once a month for the perfect day? And I invite you to share your perfect day with me. Feel free to tag me in your stories. Feel free to send me a message, and I can share it on my account to inspire others to live their perfect day. I want to share a perfect day that I recently had with my friend Muriel. So it was last week, Saturday. We both didn't have any plans, so we kind of messaged the day before, hey, you want to catch up tomorrow? And then she was like, yeah, no plans at all. Let me know what you feel like. And then I said, let's just see what we feel like tomorrow before we make any plans. Let's just see what we feel like tomorrow, what we feel like doing. So we just said both at the end of our day, like when our path separated, how perfect that afternoon day was. That Saturday, I did a workout in the morning, and then we touched base around 11 again and said, okay, what time should we catch up and what do we feel like? And then I was like, what if we just go for a stroll through town, maybe grab a coffee, take some card games with us and just have a chill afternoon in a cafe who play cards? And then she was like, yes, love that. So yeah, I picked her up. We went into town. I think we did a little bit of strolling around, yeah, and then like look at some shops, and then decided let's grab a coffee. And then she picked like one of those cool, like it's called Quicks. I really like the game, and we played it. I think like we played 3 rounds, had our coffee. It was beautiful, sunny. We sat outside. And then we had a snack as well. We both had like a scroll or something. Moved inside because it got a bit chilly, and we had our little snack. And then we played 1 round of Skippo. Like I think we were 2 hours in a cafe, and we were both just like, I really love this. Like I shared a reel a while ago. It was probably start of the year because we also played cards in a cafe. And I remember people like looking at us, or like there was this girl behind us, this little kid who was watching us play. And then I realized how rare it is seeing people playing card games or something in a cafe or in a bar. I mean, I don't really go to bars, but I know that maybe that's more common. I don't know. But, instead of, I mean, there's like, it's just maybe weird for some people to just play cards in a cafe, whereas for us, it's so normal because we also have done a lot of traveling, and I feel like when you travel you often do that as well. Like you go to cafes and play cards, or you play cards in the park. I don't know if it's something about the traveling. I don't know. I don't know. Just a assumption. But how rare it is to just sit and play a game. But it's just so fun. And I mean, you would otherwise sit in a cafe as well for an hour or two and chat and stuff. So we really enjoyed this because I feel like also you're so focused on the game, like so present, which is just so nice. So we both were like, oh, it's just the perfect day. And then afterwards we kind of went to the warehouse. I think, was it the warehouse? Yeah, and had a look around there. Just, just felt just at what we felt like. And that was such a perfect day. I just love not having any plans on the day and going with the flow. And just, Muriel and I are really similar. So it's cool that we can, like, we enjoy the same things. So that was just a perfect day for us. But yeah, now coming back to the perfect day for you, I want you to think about, how would my perfect day look like? Here, I also want to say that your perfect day will change from month to month, from season to season, from year to year. It can also be that you think of your perfect day now and you maybe schedule it in for the end of the month, and then when the day comes you might not really feel like that. You might not feel like this is the perfect day for today. Then you can always change it. But I just want you to become aware of, okay, what does a perfect day for me look like? How do I spend my morning? How do I spend my day? How do I spend my evening? So let's brainstorm some ideas and make it happen. So step 1 is Getting clear on what fills up your cup. Make a list with all the things that make you happy and bring you joy, that fill up your cup. For example, mine are coffee, moving my body, calling my friends or my mum, treats. Something that could fill up your cup would just watching a Netflix show you enjoy. Maybe you like knitting. I'm into knitting now. Maybe you've seen it on my Instagram. What else could fill up your cup? Your favorite meal, maybe pancakes for breakfast, lasagna for dinner, pizza for breakfast, because why not? Whatever it is that fills up your cup, think of your perfect day. You can get so creative. There is no limitation of saying, oh no, I can't do that, I can't have pizza for breakfast, or whatever it is that you think is unlogical. Like, really think about how would your, like, really think about what in general, just think about in general what fills up your cup, and make a list or make a mind map, whatever works for you. Step 2 is to break down your day. So break it down into morning, lunchtime, and evening, nighttime routine. How does your morning look like on your perfect day? Are you getting up early, or are you sleeping in? Are you having coffee in bed? Or maybe do you want to move your body straight away in the morning? Do you want to go out for breakfast on your perfect day? Do you want to grab a bite for breakfast? Do you want to make your breakfast and drive somewhere, maybe to the beach or to the park and sit outside? Like, how would you spend your perfect morning? What would you do? Then do the same for midday, like for lunchtime, or like in general, just go through your whole day. Like, what would you do? And then also think about the evening, like what would you do in the evening? Saying that, I also want to kind of remind you that you shouldn't save things for special occasions. So if you kind of tell yourself, oh no, I can't go and have breakfast at a cafe because I'm saving, blah, blah, blah. Like, there are two ways. Like, yes, I understand saving. If you want to save for something, you can easily make these things at home. So obviously no problem with that. But also I want to hear say you are allowed to live your perfect day. You're allowed to maybe grab one meal to go that day, you know, or like sit down at a cafe and treat yourself. It's like just allowing yourself to live that perfect day and knowing that being alive is a special occasion and not waiting for a special occasion. Maybe part of your perfect day would be going to that restaurant that you've once been and loved so much, but it's been maybe something you wanted to save for a special occasion. Like I said, make your perfect day a special occasion. Make it a celebration. It's, you are alive and you can live your perfect day. Like, I mean, that's what life is for, right? We should live. We should not just survive. We should really live and make sure that we do things that make us happy. So think about, okay, how would my perfect day look like? What would I do? How would I spend my day? What would I make time for? What I usually kind of push away. Once you're clear of step 1, what fills up your cup? Step 2, how would your day look like morning, midday, evening? Step 3 is to mark it in your calendar. Look at your calendar and block a day, either depending on what you're doing for living. Is it during the week? Is it a weekend? Is it like Sunday, Saturday? Is it during the week? Is it a weekend? And just block it and write in perfect day. So that's the day where you will make time for all these things that fill up your cup. And as I said at the start, the day might come and you might not feel like all the things that you planned. That's okay. But maybe you're also just really looking forward to do all the things that you planned. And I think that's often in my case. I'm like, yes, I can't wait to grab pancakes at that place or something like that. So I think it should be something you're really looking forward to do, and like a little celebration with yourself, for your life, for being alive. So just, yeah, mark it in your calendar. Don't put it off. And also kind of have boundaries. Like if something pops up, just really think about, okay, do I really want to swap that for my perfect day? Or do I really, it's just something so beautiful and I want to integrate this every month now. I want to try to make time like I can. So I'm not trying, I will. I am making time. I am making time for this every month to do my perfect day. Even if it is just half a day, even if it's just half a day, I do what I really want to do. And what I want to encourage you to do as well, every day, do at least one thing that fills up your cup and brings you joy, because it's so important. Like, why wouldn't you do that? Your every day is so precious. Like, once you realize, I posted a reel about this the other day. Every day is a new day, but every day is also a day less. Let that sink, and just remember to do, like, every day, do at least one thing that makes you happy. That's it for today. I hope you could get inspired, and I'd love to hear your idea of a perfect day. Feel free to tag me in your story if you are listening to this episode, listen to this episode, took something out of it. It means a lot to me. I love seeing and connecting with you. I love hearing your thoughts on my podcast episodes. Even if you have like some ideas or have something on your mind that you would like to hear my opinion about, would like me to do a podcast episode about, please reach out. I'm always happy to do like a Q&A or focus on a topic that you want to hear. And yeah, I hope you have an amazing day.